Johanna.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to show you guys my new journal that I've made myself, and I wanted to get this filmed today because tomorrow I'm hoping to film a journaling process video, so I want to start working in this. And so I'm going to show you, even though it may not be 100% finished. It may be finished, I don't know, I haven't really sat down and looked through it properly since I bound it, but I put this together really quickly. I've made this differently to what I usually do. I haven't done a hardcover journal this time. I really wanted to do something different, whether it was size or cover type, or I wanted to do something to just move me out of my comfort zone a little bit. So I did a soft cover journal, and so this is what it looks like. So I put this together really quickly. It's quite shabby looking, it's not perfect. I didn't take my time, the stitching's not perfect. I just kind of rushed this, to be honest with you, but I just wanted to have a journal that I could work in. But I like how this turned out to be a little bit quirky and cute while still sort of incorporating my usual style. So the cover itself is made with some card and then some fabric, and the inside is wallpaper, and all the layers have been stitched together. I've painted the cover. I've cut out some windows here so you can see an image peeking through, and I thought that down here I'll probably add my name on the page. After I was happy with how the cover looked, I also stitched on this doily, this cross-stitch doily, which goes around the spine and onto the back cover. I stitched this little patch of fabric. There's another one up there that's layered underneath. And then I had another doily that was similar to this one that I just cut little patches out of, and so I just sewed like little patches of fabric onto the front as well. So pretty different to what I usually do, but I really like how this turned out. I think it's cute and it feels really nice in my hands. The one thing I really like about soft cover journals is that when you bulk them up, they take a lot longer to actually start to do this, to stick open like that. Because they have this flexibility in the cover, they kind of can fill out more like this than like this because the cover is flexible. So it just kind of wraps itself up into a bundle, and that's what I'm really looking forward to, having something that when it's full, it feels full but it doesn't look open, if that makes sense. So as you can tell, I haven't added any charms or anything to this journal. I may still do that. I did put the eyelet so that I could do that. But I just haven't had the time to do that yet. I just really wanted to show you the journal before I start working in it tomorrow. So let me take you inside. So as I said, the inside cover is lined with this wallpaper, and so all the layers on the cover are stitched through. So you can see like my stitching through the cover, and the back cover is the same way. So I haven't done anything to the inside covers other than that. You can see that there are all these bits of fabric and little tabs poking out. I haven't done a heap of them, but I've just done enough to have some interesting patterns and colours poking out of the book when it's closed. On the front cover, I decided to use this image. This is from a book, and this is the book I got it from. I used this book because this is one that I had when I was a little girl, and I absolutely loved this book. I used to just sit and stare at the pictures, and I used to try and draw the pictures myself. So I was kind of tossing up between this one and this one. I already have this one up in a frame on my wall in my studio, so I decided to put this one on my journal. I just think it's so cute. I just love it. I don't know why, but I decided to put that on the front, and this is a pocket in here so you can put something behind there. I was also going to use the other illustrations in this book throughout my journal, so I think I'm going to do that as I go rather than beforehand. So this is a illustration from another book, and I just sewed it along the bottom so you can pull it down. And then over here, this paper is Tomoe River paper. Sorry if I butchered the name, but the reason why I decided to include this paper in this journal is because I've been using the Hobonichi Weeks this year, and I absolutely love it. I love writing on the paper. I love the feel of the paper. But what's really good about it is that it's so thin, it takes up hardly any room. So I added some sheets of that throughout the journal just for writing, and then I can have more writing pages that aren't taking up like lots of bulk in the journal. So I imagine that for all of the Tomoe River paper pages, I'll just write on them. I probably won't put anything else on them other than pen. I haven't used a ton of scrapbook paper in this journal, and I think I've kept it a little bit more plain than what I usually do, but I did include some really beautiful paper. I'm going to show you the brand in case anybody is wondering. So the brand is Craft Consortium, and this isn't the only paper pad I've used in here from that brand, but a lot of the papers in here are from this particular paper pad. I've got some other ones that I've also used a little bit of in here, but if you're wondering, this one's called Little Fawn and Friends. So just really cute illustrations on the scrapbook paper. I've also included some vintage ledger paper. I just put some washi down the fold of that paper so that it didn't rip. There's more Tomoe River paper. This is from another paper pad from the same company, and I've just stitched a little scrap of this vintage fabric down the side of the page. This is one side of an envelope that I folded in half, so I really need to just open this up by cutting along the edge there, and then I'll have like a little pocket page. This is a tab I made using a scrap of the doily that I cut up to put patches on the front cover. So I just put a little bit of paper in between some of the fabric of the tabs so that it would have a little bit of structure to it instead of just flopping all the way down. This is some beautiful craft paper that's nice, a nice weight. And then there's the other side of that envelope. The other paper, scrapbook paper that I used in here, this is from Tim Holtz, I want to say. This is also the Craft Consortium paper that I showed you before. Ledger paper. So on this page, I had this scrap of this hanky that I wanted to include, and this almost became the image that peeked through the front cover, but I decided on this one, so I still wanted to include this in the journal. And because it has this really beautiful border, I wanted to keep that so that you could see it poking out when the journal's closed. So I sewed this on as like a pocket so you can actually put things in behind the hanky. And then on the back there's just a little patch of fabric there and another scrap of fabric over here. So more paper from the same brand, a different paper pad though, and then some more ledger paper. For this page, I bound it into the book open like this so that it can fold up like this. So I just thought that would be kind of fun to work on this page and then fold it up. I don't know, I've never done that before, and I just thought that was kind of a cool idea. I didn't want to lose sort of this whole image. I wanted you to be able to see this whole paper, even though you can't see it because of the way I've bound it in. You can still see what it is. So more of the same kind of thing. So I love the little acorns and the pretty nature illustrations on this paper. Over here I made this envelope with the little squirrels, and I just sewed it down the side there to this page so you could still work in between there as well. More of that pretty paper from the Little Fawn paper pad. This is some vintage grid paper, some craft paper, more Tomoe River paper, and some more scrapbook paper, more plain cardstock. So I don't know if you can tell, but I've tried to do more plain pages and less patterned pages in this journal as well, just to sort of challenge myself and to give me more of a blank slate to work with. I feel like I just needed to do something a little bit different to get me out of my comfort zone and to just keep stretching myself, I suppose. So here I stitched an envelope onto the page so you can journal behind and tuck things inside. And just more of the same thing, more scrapbook paper there. I stitched this paper on as a pocket, so you've got a nice big pocket there. More Tomoe River paper and craft paper. And this paper is so pretty as well. So that is also from the same brand, Craft Consortium. I think this is from the, I forget exactly what the paper pad is called, but it's something to do with herbs. So flicking through, all the same sort of thing really. Another little tab there with fabric. This is a nice big envelope that I've just stitched down onto this page. So you can put something nice and big in there. So just more of the same thing. And I've tried to leave myself enough growing room to really bulk this up and to hopefully not have to limit myself too much. So usually I'll get towards the end of a journal and it'll start to get a little bit too full, and I'll have to sort of slow down with how much I'm putting on a page. So this is a pocket there, more of the same kinds of paper. This is an envelope too, so a nice big pocket there. And there's just a scrap of fabric that I stitched onto the little envelope flap. Please excuse my voice, you guys. I don't know, it keeps disappearing and then coming back. More of that beautiful little fawn paper with the bunny rabbits. And I think the other side of that paper is so pretty as well. Just another little illustration that I've stitched onto a page. There's the other side of that envelope. So again, I just need to cut this open if I want it to be a pocket. And then in the last signature, just the same kind of thing. Again, same types of papers. And that is pretty much it. The other thing I was thinking I could do differently this time is I could try working from front to back chronologically instead of working all over the place. I don't know though, that kind of makes me feel uncomfortable because I'm really used to working on any page that I choose. That's just sort of what works for me. So I don't know whether I should change that because it does work for me. But I do kind of want to do something different. Like I want to stretch myself a little bit and reignite some new inspiration and some new ideas. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think I should try working from front to back, or do you think I should just keep working as I do all over the journal until it's finished? So that is my new journal before I start working in it, and hopefully very soon I'm going to have a journaling process video or a couple of journaling process videos up on my channel. I'm so excited to finally get back into a journal, any journal. I just need to journal. I have so much stuff that I need to get down and memories that I want to write down. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them down below. I hope you guys are all doing really well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.